But I have a feeling that things are going to be running on a slightly different script this time around, no less because the flight path is a little bit different this time around. Previously, it was coming from bottom to top. Now it's going from the top to the bottom, but it's still going to be even split regardless. Bullseye seems to be the point of interest right now for Team Flash as they're headed in that general direction. We also see EARENA dropping as well, but looks like they might be dropping off a little bit early on because they just fall short of getting to Bullseye right now, focusing on trying to get the early game loot. But looks like a Circle actually dropping off early was quite a good deal there because they still managed to stay themselves on the top side of that safe zone.
All eyes is going to be on First Raiders Eclipse for sure. They were the team that opened up the day at Bermuda with a solid booyah to their name with a total of 9 eliminations. And that is, I believe, the most number of points they've managed to pick up for themselves all throughout the day. So let's see if or not First Raiders can outdo their old play from earlier on as Shin drops the ball. It's Protege that knocks him down and gets the kill.
Yeah, it's just 1-for-1 though because they lose a shut up in that process as well. But that's not really a good start here for EARENA because they're very much spread out. Not really a lot of loot there for Potate. He does have an AUG in hand, so at least he will be able to confront anyone who decides to come up close and personal with him. But Flash, in the meantime, more focused on trying to gather up more loot and jump at. Oh, you were thinking it's going to try to jump in the back there, isn't it?
No, I thought, I mean, one good headshot and Bloody would have had a bloody head down on the ground, bleeding out. But, you know, that was a good try. Usually when you do jump onto some of these jump pads, that's the weakness, right? Because there's the few seconds of lag as you try to maneuver yourself towards the right angle that you want to kind of fly in towards like Superman. That gives the others the opening to take pot shots against you. But thankfully that wasn't an issue for him. Bloody buys Shin right back into the game, which means Team Flash once again as strong as ever.
I mean, that's a very early recovery, so in practical terms, I don't think they lost out too much in terms of like loot that have been lost. Another team to watch out here says ALFAINK. They have 2 members right now, just keeping tabs over in Riverside, just taking control over the dispensers here. But this is a squad that has used kill points practically to get themselves in the lead of the overall standings, and I expect they want to try to do this as much as possible in this first day to give themselves a good head start compared to the other teams, and so far it's worked out well for them. Bayo now going to be keeping an eye out because I think he spotted one of the members of EARENA around the corner. He's got his sniper rifle out, forced to bring out his glue wall. Looks like an engagement is in hand over there. Well, says ALFAINK is currently keeping control of a mill side. I want to see what exactly happened in that fight there between EARENA as well as Team Flash there, because it looked like an engagement was all afoot there. But it seems like Bayo and Bloody have been able to pull away from that fight there, so no harm done so far onto Team Flash.
EARENA, Shin, beautiful nade. Just gonna chip away at his health little by little, but the exact mirror response back. Protete loses just a little bit of HP, will be able to top his health right back up. Find a little bit of cover as well as Shin tries to push on through. He's gonna be in a lot of trouble unless Protete has got a good nade up his sleeves. And Protete had the Mag 10 to get the D done.
Yeah, I mean, he at least got that, but unfortunately, I think Bloody will be able to get the trade back, so it's still 1-for-1 between the two of them, but at least Protete made the most of his opportunity there. But the rest of EARENA is still around the corner, and given that Flash is down 1 man, this fight is still not quite over yet. It's still going to be a look on to see which team is going to reign supreme here over on Bullseye.
Both teams have the exact same thoughts. Both teams have the exact same capability. 1-for-1 trade, and they both peel away. They don't want to lose all that too many very early on. EVOS Divine have got that high ground advantage against the players from the side of First Raiders Eclipse, and First Raiders Eclipse are the first ones to open fire. Souza with a couple of shots, but Ozzy is going to be in a lot of trouble now as he gets surrounded. Mr. 05, the flank from the right-hand side, and one with Mother Nature using the tree trunk for a little bit of cover, and it's going to be the ice grenade that damages them up just a little bit as Lozzy got right back in the moment he goes down.
Yeah, Box already doing a huge number onto them. And, oh, good shot to Zoza. He's going to be taken out in very rapid fashion. So First Raiders, as quickly as they were able to bring in revives, they're still losing men on the ground. But nevertheless, Aikal is going to be peeling away from this one, not wanting to stick around too long. As long as he can bring in, he can link up with his other revived teammates, they should still be able to carry the fight on.
It was Divine. It looks like Beyond and Squad don't really need much in here. They've got a couple of vending machines around them, and the circle, more importantly. So they don't really need to run around all that too much. But this is at the very edge of the circle, and anyone can flip a coin to guess exactly where the next safe zone is going to go towards. So they just have to make sure they gather up enough of that ammunition as well as loot to be prepared for some open battles that may come their way in a bit.
Yeah, King of Gamers making the way across the bridge, and that puts them already inside the safe zone, but they want to be across it very much so, because there's not really a lot of cover there and can leave you very vulnerable to sniper fire, so you don't really want to camp in the middle of that road anyway. Osaka is still going to be holding back a little bit. I think, is he going to be keeping an eye on that revive point? Because that actually is close enough to the edge of the safe zone. They could potentially save that as an insurance policy should they get an encounter across the bridge. But right now, I can't really tell if there are other squads waiting for them to gatekeep them very much. So I think King of Gamers might be actually in the clear right now. So I think things going to be much drama for this squad, at least for this point of the match.
This is a very, very smart play, man. I mean, it's one small little stone, 2 birds they should be able to get for themselves. And in fact, 3 birds, because they also managed to steal a vehicle. So they can move across the bridge a little bit faster here. So insurance after insurance after insurance being banked on here by the King of Gamers. And I absolutely love this strategy. Instead of sending out just players on their feet to do all of their reconnaissance, they are sending now the vehicle to get the exact same done. And that's just a little smarter way to do that. He gets across the bridge, all safely, no shots taken against them, which means the rest of the team members can make their way across as well. Sem9 out in the open, running across, but this is one of the safer routes in towards the next circle because of all of the cover that Mother Nature provides. Those tree trunks literally block everything out. They are blue walls standing that don't get taken down easily.
Like effectively, if you're running around the circumference of the circle like this, you're just basically moving in a spiral. That's kind of like the safest way to approach the center of the circle if you don't want to get caught out. But speaking of getting caught out though, Yanbin looks like he found an encounter here, and it's just basically playing delayed tactics very much so. What's he doing at the moment? Just playing around with their food here while he waits for Shin to come in for the blow onto Haikal. But they know that he's alone and he's in the blue zone anyway, so it looks like they're just going to play around a little bit around the glue wall. But then he still gets the knockdown there before Shin is going to be able to get the kill onto Aikal and finally revive his teammate. But that was a little bit touch and go there, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a beautiful play if you ask me from, who was this? Shin. Yanbin, on the other hand, a little bit of a boo-boo made because, yes, he was trying to circle the player around, distract him, but he gets shot down either way, loses 1 medkit in the process, gets knocked down, almost puts the team at a lot of risk. So, not the smartest of plays, but they managed to recover all thanks to Shin, so it's all good for now. Yeah,
I think we saw a couple of members of First Raiders jumping across while NGX are just focusing fire right now onto what seems to be Sem9's position, trying to keep them gate-kept away from this next safe zone, I expect. But I don't see Sem9 really making any moves right now. In the meantime, EVOS is still wrapping around here, getting themselves closer and closer to this next safe zone, but still not quite there yet. They're just going to be riding the blue wave, so to speak, and that's going to put them right into the firing line of where NGX is. So that's going to be a bit of a trouble for them, especially if their next objective is to get towards where the Marshal is. Nevertheless, though, Limit now spotting Raja. Actually got the knockdown, and the glue wall, it's not going to be able to stop him from getting shots to take out Raja completely. In the meantime, EARENA on the border here with what seems to be a member of Sem9 still inside the blue zone, but EARENA does have a Jeep, and that's going to allow them a quick way to exfil out of there, while Shutup only has his own motorcycle. Ashura is the last member standing at least until a match to get a revive onto Zen OP. So Sem9 still not quite having a good position compared to the other teams right now coming into this next circle.
So wondering what Jay Hunter's doing in the game?
Yeah, surprise appearance, cameo there by Janda Hunter, who's, by the way, the Malay caster for Free Fire here. But nevertheless, though, Jojo getting into a bit of a fight right now with Team Heavy's Milnow. Milnow's forced to bring out his campfire, so there's a little bit sustained here, but they're still fighting on the blue zone, so they cannot afford to delay this any longer. And that's a good shot there for Milnow to get a knockdown, but unfortunately, the follow-up came through from says ALFAINK, and Milnow being alone is unfortunately going to be taken out to the lobby.
This time, Heavy's not going going to be able to make their way into the next circle as easily as they did previously. As SES ALFAINK is on a hunt. G'day up on top already. Inside of the circle, but he straight up goes down. Nobody's there to pick him right back up, and it is Buffalo that slays.
That's a second shot there from Buffalo to bring Jojo down to his knees. So Heavy, even though they lost members there, Fudai coming straight up in front here. This is super aggressive here. But then again, Heavy probably has not much to lose here because they know as long as they can get the kill points, that probably might be enough for them. But Zel's ALFAINK fighting back. Fudai a little bit too low. Is forced to peel all the way down to the bottom of the hill, hoping that Buffalo is going to be able to come to back him up soon. But again, they're only fighting as a duo right now. And Zel's ALFAINK still has 3 members up and running. So it's going to be a hard fight either way.
Off screen, a little bit of a Malaysian skirmish as Sem9 gets stuck right in front of Expand, and Expand seems to be expanding their members one after the other. And I don't mean their own, I mean on the side of Sem9. But great shots taken back and forth by Heavy against Team SES. But a little bit of a little technical error here with the vehicle. It's on fire. Blue zone right there beside them. They are going to be able to tank this all the way in, but they need to abandon ship as quickly as possible because any shots taken against this McLaren might just put the whole squad in a lot of trouble. Out in the open, that's the last place you want to be stuck in.
No, not to mention, like, the smoke is going to make you so visible on the map to anyone who just so happen to be camping. So
it's going to give you lung cancer too.
Oh yeah, that's true as well. But again, cancer is not how you're going to be winning games in Free Fire. You'll literally have to put shots in, you know. But let's see what EVOS Divine is up to at this point. Looks like he might get gate kept a little bit by Expand, and Beyond is already down, and he should be able to get revived very soon. NIGMA Galaxy is just taking around the south side of this circle here with King of Gamers for company, but it looks like they have an insurance policy in the form of this Jeep here, which should be able to bring the entire squad to bear to the center of Pochinok right now, which is where Expand has already camped up. So we're already seeing Expand using this strategy over and over again, just getting themselves into the middle of this next safe zone and trying to hold position. NGX in the meantime, Duke trying to get some shots there, getting 1, 2, 3 hits. Is he going to be enough to get a knockdown? Not quite. It's still dodging around as quick as can. Bucks finally gets taken down, finally gets brought out to the lobby here. And EVOS in the meantime also sustaining damage as NIGMA Galaxy decides to finally move up on them.
Yeah, Expand's just thinking better EVOS Divine than us, man, because it could have been them. But EVOS Divine came hopping out like bunnies out of nowhere. Yes, it's the year of the rabbit, but you don't have to act like a bunny. NIGMA Galaxy will put a quick end to that. Beyond up top, exposing just his head, pulls out a double glue wall for himself, so Deuce not going to get no hit mark for himself this time around. The grenade being cooked up as well. Does he have the range though? Yes, the players of NIGMA Galaxy coming up slowly, but the grenade does not connect.
Yeah, that grenade is going to land right behind Beyond is, but it doesn't seem to have done any damage. Beyond's still going to continue to bring troll balls that might land in the vicinity where Dew is. But so far, they've been doing well to try to keep them off their backs. But unfortunately, speaking of the backs, though, I think Beyond is facing some fire from that direction while they're still continuing to try to hold their own on the edge of the blue zone here. Sem9 is going to be forced to use up his health packs. Tries and almost gets a good shot there to Dew, but Dew ducks away into the tree just in the nick of time.
He needs to patch himself right back up though. Has got the med kit, but not a lot of time. This circle's hurting him a lot. But Sam getting the damage done, and he doesn't care if he sacrifices himself. He just wants to punish the players of NIGMA Galaxy that took those shots up against the rest of his team members. Now EVOS Divine, they have no choice whatsoever. They have to circle on in, but they have to circle directly into Team Expand.
Yeah, Sem9 just basically riding the edge, and I think he got a little bit too close to the edge there as he falls off and knocks himself down to his knees out in the blue zone. In the meantime, nice shot there by X-Roy to get a kill, but in the meantime, attack all around, trying to gatekeep Flash, who has just walked into the circle right now, and Jump God is having his sights very firmly planted onto the building across. Yemik runs across with the motorcycle, takes a bit of damage there from Jump God, but fortunately isn't knocked down. But Jump God's not done yet. He's going to continue to put in lit straight onto where Flash is going to try to walk across, and it is now being littered right now with glue walls, but still he is able to get a knockdown anyway.
The gods are in all of the players on behalf of Expand. Everybody's helping out Expand because Flash is trying to finish Expand off. Everybody else taking pot shots up against them, and Expand continues to survive. That's the conclusion of that fight.
Yo, attack all around, 2 eliminations already. Now they're trying to find even more. EVOS Divine finally loses their last member. Too fast from Expand was the one to pick up the kill there. So that's actually working out well in their favor. But attack all around, still a major threat on the map. So is EVOS Phoenix. They are taking the north side of this next exact safe zone. Jump God going to be taking a jump pad to
gotta
get
go.
himself closer to the center. It's going to land right on top of where King of Gamers are. So this is going to be another assault from the air. The attack all around is going to try to pull off.
Oh, beautiful positioning, I have to say. A little bit of luck mixed into that as well. They almost did not make that roof, and if that was the case, King of Gamers would have had easy shots against them. So now, high ground advantage. Kororo spots out a player from the side of Expand, who manages to disengage. X-Roy finds a little bit of a better defensive position. Foki, on the other hand, gets knocked down by the circle as Too Fast takes Shin out of the equation, and Team Flash, they see a little bit of revenge from Expand, who are now the kill leaders of the lobby.
Wow, is no one like keeping an eye on Too Fast? Because I think there's already multiple teams that are just taking damage from this one sniper alone. As a Troble coming down towards the garage door, while X-Roy and the Axel are going to try to wrap around the side here, which is being held by SS ALFAINK. But in the meantime, Kokoro is already taking them down with the AWM and completely eliminates that flank right now. So Expand, Too Fast also gets knocked out by Kokoro. Kokoro now finally taking a knee, but not before he's already done severe damage onto Expand.
Oh, Kororo did absolutely well for himself before getting taken down and out of the equation there. And now it's going to be SES ALFAINK going up against NIGMA Galaxy from the back. It looks like NIGMA Galaxy is winning this fight off at the moment. EVOS Phoenix, on the other hand, looks like this might just be the time that the Phoenix rises up from the ashes. NIGMA Galaxy spotted out in front by Moshi. Moshi, one more shot, but it's just a little bit too slow, and his opponent will be able to find a little bit of a safer path for himself. Triple A, attack all around. They try to find those shots all around, but EVOS Phoenix, they continuously back away. They don't want to get super aggressive. 4 kills in the back so far, but they're looking for the booyah in this final circle.
Oh, it's getting so crowded here. Still 5 squads, and we're literally all the ones towards the final circle. Already getting the kill into Jump God. Things are already looking on the up and up right now for EVOS Phoenix, because they're already eliminated a lot of members from attack all around, leaving only a single member left on the map so far. Now, says ALFAINK going to be taking some damage there for Joanna, but Deptu is going to be able to get some revenge because he's up on the rooftop and he's very, very safe over there as long as he has enough glue walls to keep cover. Caramel comes in with a grenade launcher. This could be huge here because this tells ALFAINK not quite going to be able to hold their own. They're being outside in that shack while King of Gamers still maintain themselves inside this cabin, but for how long more can they stay silent?
It's Caramel Baby with the sweet plays out of the grenade launcher, which can just be the difference maker. But she says, sit down, boy. AC-80 straight to the chest. Then he goes down. But can they find that revival or not? Can they pick him right back up onto his feet? SES ALFAINK circles around. Bara out of the equation already. SES still taking that fight up against the players of NIGMA Galaxy. And NIGMA Galaxy put down by Ray. Double barrel perfection out of Ray. But EVOS Phoenix now hunting him down. And SES ALFAINK bomb out in the 4th spot. King of Gamers still alive and kicking. And Knight finds the barrel of EVOS Phoenix already. It's 3 more teams in there. And it looks like attack all around are about to go down. King of Gamers can be the difference maker, but EVOS Phoenix says hell no. 9 points in here so far. If they can get just 2 more kills to their side and get this lobby win as well, that's about it. GGWP. EVOS Phoenix on the way back towards the top through all of that consistency.
Whew. They've been looking for this booyah for a long, long time, but what a hard-fought one it is. Look at the chaos of that final circle. Literally, it had like one member of a AAA up on the rooftop, and then EVOS had to kind of like beat down and dirty on the ground here with SES ALFAINK. King of Gamers is constantly providing them trouble at every single corner. It's just a minor miracle, really, that EVOS Phoenix was still able to maintain a relatively full squad throughout the entirety of that fight there, and that, I think, provided them a little bit of fallback, but still, you know, they had to react so fast. There were literally people standing next to each other constantly throughout that fight that couldn't really take a pot shot because there's